What's going on, crew? So today we are driving for dollars. We found a property online in Connecticut on Birchwood Road, fire damage property. A lot of guys talk about many different methods to finding leads, doing SEO. What else you got? SEO,
you got
mailers, cold calling, text blasting, yep. Many different methods. Realtors. Really no excuse. This is probably like the foundation and the core as far as finding properties and driving for dollars. You can hop in a car, hop in an Uber, hop on a bike. Should be a fire damage property near you, no excuse. No excuse, there's a distressed property near you. So like I said, we're back at the core. We try to utilize all methods. This is probably one of the cheapest methods, right?
No, driving for dollars? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, we talk about getting started, hopefully getting that first contract under your belt. This is a day one method, so stay tuned. We're gonna look for this property, talk numbers, see what you can make on it. Let's do it.
All right, we're close.
So this is Birchwood Road. Like I said, we literally just went online.
Follow local news.
Also, follow your local fire stations and volunteer fire stations. They post pretty much every fire on Facebook, Twitter, which is also how we found this one. So many different ways.
You can also pull county records for houses, code violations, water shutoffs. Zach again teaches this method called reverse driving for dollars. So you don't waste your time. You know where you're going. You know this property got a problem, and you're just trying to come offer your solution to help.
Exactly. This is part of the journey right here. Like sometimes you might not have the exact address, so you may have to do some soul searching to actually look for the property. But when you think about what's on the opposite side of that work, right? Like we're spending time, we spent 15 minutes driving out here, we may spend another 10 minutes actually finding the property. On the opposite side of that is, potentially is a paycheck.
It's a big paycheck.
It's a big paycheck, right? You gotta be willing to do these things.
I don't know about you, but what company, what job is giving you a 20K paycheck?
Right. So he's asking right now because we're looking for the property. There's a local cutting grass. This is what you gotta do, man. This is what you gotta do. You can't come out here, you can't be nervous, but the context and the content is what's important. So like I said, we drove 15 minutes out here. It took me 5 minutes to find the article online. And the hardest part about all this is finding the property, right? So he's talking to a neighbor right now who's actually telling us exactly where the property is. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna talk numbers with you guys, tell you exactly, what to expect, and arm you guys with the right tools to be able to be successful in this business.
So the neighbor just told us that it was a small fire, garage fire. Super nice. He actually knew what we were doing. And he was like laughing because he's like, yeah, he knows the market's hot. Burn houses, any distressed houses will sell.
Right.
So he was just like, they fixed it. In Connecticut, if you do the math, there's about 10 fires a day, house fires.
Right.
And if you just niche down, study your niche, and you're the expert, you're the only one in the market doing this, that's how you win, whether that be code violations, water shutoffs. We just chose fire damage.
Right. Honestly, money is time. He just saved us some time since they already fixed it. Now, mind you, the fire happened, it was back in August, caused by lightning. And, the neighbor confirmed it was mainly in the garage. I think 2 cars were damaged as well, completely. Like, we'll post the pictures as well.
Dude, those are the perfect houses.
Yeah, those are the perfect houses.
Any wholesalers that have fire damage properties that are salvageable, It can't be like half the house is like to the ground and the whole thing needs to be tear down. If it's salvageable, let's JV, let's make money together. Those
are literally the best type of scenarios. You have, very small amount of fire damage. They get their insurance money. I mean, they're gonna give you a great deal, and you help them cash out and move on to what's next. So stay tuned. We're gonna find some more properties.
And we'll teach you guys how to find them too.
Exactly. All right, guys, so we're at the gas station right now, getting some gas, just parked on the side here. Just coming back from that property on Birchwood over here in Connecticut. They already repaired it, sometimes that happens. We got there a little late, right? But, how much time did we actually lose? Took us, 15 minutes to get there. We spoke to the neighbor for about 5-10 minutes. I think we found another one. All right, stay tuned.
So this area, like whenever there's a fire damage house in the suburbs and a seller wants to sell, that's a deal. Flippers always want this. So if you're looking to wholesale it, you want to be in the suburbs, not the city, because these properties hold their value because families move in here. Big families, multi-families, executives, they move here, right? Because they want to raise their family with a good yard, good space, good land, big house. right? So think of it like that, right? Fire damage, water damage, code violations. Go after the properties in the suburbs. Offer your solution. You're not begging them to sell. You're not forcing them to sell.
Exactly.
And you know, one deal could be a whole year's paycheck, easily.
Right.
Obviously, if you put in the work. So we're about to pull up to this fire damage property up here. Checked it out about a month ago. So they probably made some progress. Just contractors be delaying playing games sometimes, and they don't finish on time. So let's see. So what we're gonna do is leave this homeowner a postcard, a letter, whatever, something in the mail that he's gonna pick up. And if he ever changes his mind while he's in the middle of rehabbing it, if he wants to sell it for cash, then we could come to an agreement. That's what we do.
Right.
And that's how you make money.
Right.
And then you could shop the deal to cash buyers locally that buy fire damage.
Exactly.
And because it's in the suburbs, it's a deal.
A lot of these sellers, sometimes when they have homes like this, what they do is they'll start the rehab, and 3 or 4 months later, it becomes they see how much work it is, and they'll sell to you. They've done some of the work for you already, and they'll still sell to you. Talked about this before on our other channels, but you want to add people into a slow drip where you follow up with them once a month or twice a month and just say, hey John, how's the rehab going? Looking forward to seeing after pictures, and you just want to stay top of mind.
Yeah. So the strategy here would be, we can easily just use True People Search, and we could easily just text the seller, call the seller, or we could leave a mailer. Here, let's check it out. I don't think we can step on, but we can kind of look in the back. I see like the fire happened in the garage, because you can see that the car is like burnt outside.
Yep.
The contractors were here. We just walk up and ask them if it's still the owner's house, or if this is an investor that bought the house and that's rehabbing it.
Right.
But I checked like 2 months ago this property. You guys get impatient. These homeowners get impatient.
Right.
They just want to get rid of it. They're like, there's all these headaches. They said they're gonna finish this time, and they're not.
Right.
Done. So I'm trying to leave him a postcard, see if he'll reach out. Could use True People Search. It's free.
You can find the address, and you can hop on something like True People Search. You can find the contact information, and you can reach out to them. Usually, they have your email, phone number, everything on there. I'm gonna back up, give you guys a better view. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful home. Beautiful home. It's all boarded up. I might be gutted in the inside, we're not sure. But like we say, cash buyer or investor could be rehabbing this property right now, probably already started, or the seller could be rehabbing it themselves. And ideally what we do, if we had a pin, he right on there, our contact information, we buy, etc. We buy fire damage houses, we put it right in a mailbox, and hopefully they contact us, say, what, this rehab is ultimately, it's too much. It's too much. I just want to sell and move on with my life. Old school methods that still work today for very cheap. Wow.
Beautiful house, 76. Just send them mailers. Like, all these houses are beautiful. That's what makes these properties a deal.
Right. And we mentioned that earlier in the video too, sending out mailers is a really, really, really good strategy as well.
The county doesn't always send the data like clear or complete. Sometimes there's city names missing. Most of the time there's zip codes missing. That's easy, just like put in the work. Like, if you're working a job 40 hours a week, imagine how much work, how far you go in real estate if you put in 40 hours a week. So obviously you gotta do the work and acquisitions to get the seller down at a reasonable number, especially if they got insurance. But you don't want to count their pockets and come off greedy, because you're not gonna get the deal.
Right.
So you gotta understand real estate, you gotta understand your numbers before you just offer some random offer that's too high, and then you have to come back and renegotiate. It's gonna leave a sour taste in their mouth.
Right.
And they could just back out of the deal. They have no idea where the number came from. They just want to get the deal locked up. So don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you got any fire damage deals, send them our way, man. We'll JV together.
We're working on it together.